Another week, another trading cycles video. We're now in week 15 of 2023. Before we find out, we'll go over what we predicted might happen this past week, and then move on to what we predict might happen next week. I just want to preface, as usual, that just keep in mind we do not provide financial advice here. All the content that we share is intended for educational purposes only, and always trade the price and not the prediction. So keep that in mind, and I'll hand it off to you, Ormus.
Thank you, Eric. Yes, indeed, you are absolutely right. And as you can see, I'm using white background now, and I'm not saying that dark times are over. It's not implying to that, not at all. But yeah, I thought that it might give a better visibility in some cases. So yeah, how it ended up last week, it did end up slightly higher than it started. So that's still a positive week, and that's what we thought might happen as well. So yeah, that went quite well.
Mm-hmm.
So not linear race, obviously, but yeah, end result was finally positive, and obviously it was a long holiday weekend. Today is now Tuesday, the 11th already. And as we said, Thursday and Friday were quite positive days just before that holiday weekend, and Monday started quite a bit lower, although it did recover by the end of day yesterday. So it's what we also thought that might happen. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And today has been quite flat day as well, so not much going on. So just we'll be waiting for another couple of good days then after tomorrow, and that's what we predict now, that the market might rise up until Friday, the 14th. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we just need to then wait and see how it's gonna go. And obviously, as you said, we need to look what the actual price action does before we make decisions. Yeah. And Bitcoin now, it's been quite acting quite well on these turning points that we marked down here, and obviously it's been quite sideways movement for the past weeks, and finally we see some nice rising movement there in the price action, which started so yesterday when we had another turning point coming up here, and obviously price reacted quite well for that. So and that's what we also predict, that the price action might go now higher up until 20th of April. So we see some positive action there, and obviously it's something to do also that deposits from bank are decreasing, and obviously that money needs to go somewhere. So that's what we see at the moment. And same goes with the gold. So basically gold has been very, very positive as well lately, as we all know. Yesterday we had a slight drop there in price action, but we do expect this week the rise to continue. Yeah. So, and let's see what the broad market is saying. So 50-day moving average of the broad market is still in those 30s here, so it hasn't moved any higher. And obviously that's something to do with that resistance here, what we're having on the indices. So we still haven't seen any breakthrough of these lines. So if we get some breakthroughs, then this will go higher, obviously. If not, we might penetrate that area still for longer. So we just need to work with that then. And yield curve has also recovered here in the middle of March, but we're still in the negative territory. So 2-year yield is still with a higher rate than 10-year yield is, and that's why we still see negative yield curve, and it is still a bearish sign. So market is not in good shape in that sense. But overall, yes, the volatility index is now down. It's been down since the banking crisis peaked here. So it's been declining slowly, and so far no other action coming up. So I think that we still have a couple of weeks to go until we see some more action coming up on the markets. So after the 20th, we have some areas of danger there, and also in the beginning of May, the prices might start falling. So be prepared for that then. Yeah, and couple of stocks maybe to add to the watch list as well. So one of them is BLMN, which is Bloomin' Brands, and we have a position here already taken. So that's what we expect to happen here. So the price should rise, and BVH as well. Same thing. And also TSX, which is the shipping company. So that has good transits coming up as well, and obviously something to look for in the near future. So we got today quite positive signs here. So the trend is showing upward movement coming up. Yeah. So that's these are three stocks what we added to our watch list at the moment, and two of them are already in trade with a small position to begin with. All right, so I think that's about it. This week obviously has been a bit shorter in some markets, but US started yesterday already, so price action is already showing quite positive signs. So we'll hope that it ends up as we got seasonal times at the moment ahead for the price rises, and that should last until the end of April. Yeah?
All right, thank you very much, Rumus. As always, thank you for listening and watching. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you get a notification when we next upload a video. And as usual, share the video with your grandma, share the video with your dog, anyone that you think might find it helpful or interesting, and click that like button. If you have any questions or recommendations, those go in the comment section down below. We look forward to hearing from you. And that's it from me. Thank you very much, and have a good day.
Have a good week as well. All right. All the best.
Cheers.